So the question of the night is, are you actually depressed or are you just tired? So hear me out, right? I've been thinking about this a lot. And I've had periods in my life when I've been through anxiety and depression, and I was tired all the time. I mean, I could barely get out of bed some days. I didn't want to do anything. But that was my mental health causing my tiredness, and maybe even physical things. Like I had some digestive issues and things like that that was making me really question life and whether or not I even wanted to keep going on. But those thoughts, that consistent mind chatter, really wore me out and made me tired, right? And everyone knows that. Everyone knows that being sad and like being depressed, often you kind of like associate it with being like sluggish and bent over and not really high energy. But there's other things. There's sadness. You have a lack of motivation when you're depressed. You have low libido. Everyone knows all these symptoms, right? It's a classic depression shit. But when you think about it, if you're happy day to day, like, I don't know, let's just say you have like a generic 6 or 7 out of 10 happiness if you had to rate yourself every day, and you're really tired one day, then you kind of have the same symptoms, right? You kind of have low libido, or maybe you just don't feel like doing anything. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to get your tasks done. You have a lack of motivation, and maybe you're even a little bit sad, or dare I say, like, depressed. So I've had these thoughts where, I'm getting into a groove, and I'm getting into the motivation of just doing self-improvement, waking up at the same time, going to bed at the same time, going to the gym, putting in the hard work. And on the days that I'm well rested, I get into the flow, I just do what I need to do. But then obviously you go out with your friends on a Friday night and a Saturday night, and you come home and you are just destroyed on the Sunday, just like, what happened this weekend, holy shit. And then you're trying to get shit done to get ready for the week, or whatever, get your daily tasks done, and you're just tired, and you don't want to do anything. And it's like, oh man, I'm having like post-party blues, or post-event blues, or whatever. But maybe it's just because your brain is telling you that you need rest. And I think that can happen in a few different ways. Because what I'm kind of saying is being tired and being depressed go hand in hand. And they're kind of cyclic almost. Don't mind me, that's just my alarm telling me to fill in my instant gratification. Besides the point, but I have like this little instant gratification sheet that I've been using, and like filling it in and just marking off the days that I do shit that's instant versus shit that's not instant. Pretty cool. Oh man. Anyway, what I was saying is, I think we underestimate the value of good rest. Because if you've read any books like Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep, he discusses the fact that we're literally so sleep deprived as a society, and that even having like one REM cycle less than what we need every night, so let's just say 9 hours sleep, which probably like barely anyone in society gets, compared to 7.5 hours sleep, which is probably more reasonable, is a whole REM cycle and deep sleep cycle less. And that can just radically change your productivity in your day. And I think we just kind of devalue that in society. We think of that, the more time we can stay awake and be functional, it doesn't matter to what level of function or what level of mental health, we are better off and we're more productive and we're better humans. But that's not how it is. That's not how it works. If we're on that self-improvement grind and on that self-improvement journey, we really want to maximize our mental health, because we know that good mental health goes literally hand in hand with productivity. So, I don't know, I was thinking about some different ways that personally I could do that. And even you might be sitting there like, dude, what the hell? Like, this is exactly how I've been feeling. And one of the things that my coach told me was to do this thing called rating yourself on a good, moderate, and bad scale of energy. So you sit down and you think about, okay, what tasks I have to get done? How much have I gotten done today? What's my personal capacity to do more? And more often than not, on that scale, it will be like, yeah, I have a good capacity to do more. Because your brain's psyching itself out. Our brains are lazy, they're dumb. They don't want to do anything. They just want to go to sleep, have sex, eat food, and repeat that every single day. And in our modern society, we can do that so easily. We can just log online, order food, watch porn, and be lazy. Like just watch TV for the rest of the day if we want to on a weekend. So the modern way of living is very, very easy to get lazy with our brains wanting instant gratification. So if you write down on a scale and you have it in front of you, this piece of paper, it's saying, what level am I on? Can I do more? Can I not do more? And you actually think about it. You kind of not psych yourself out, but you kind of almost call out your own bullshit, And it's pretty powerful, so try that. The second thing you can do is having a little nap. And I know that there's actually a lot of ancient philosophers that would sleep bimodally. So bimodal means, twice in the day, and they'd literally have like maybe a 6 hour sleep and then have another 2 hour sleep in the afternoon and the next day. And a lot of countries do this. They have siestas, right? You must have heard of that. So Spanish-speaking countries have this concept where they go to work in the morning early and then they come home after lunch and have a nap and then go to work again. And there's actually some studies shown that there's some countries where people live exceptionally longer. Like average lifespan is literally like 95 or 100 years old because they literally have naps in the evening. And obviously there's probably other correlating factors like food they eat and climate, etc., and even like culture and stress, etc., like that. But sleep definitely is one of the biggest things that goes hand in hand in that. So yeah, just take like a 20-minute nap and just see how you feel mood-wise after. Like rate yourself before the nap and then rate yourself after. You can meditate. So number 3, just do like literally 5 minutes meditation, because the more that your mind chatters throughout the day, the more it's going to wear yourself out. Like, have you ever had times when you're stressed out and you come home and just absolutely destroyed? Or not even come home, like you're just tired throughout the whole day because you're just stressing out. Number 4, eating some food. So increasing your blood sugar is one of the quickest ways you can just get a bit of a higher mood. Like I said, I was just feeling a bit like low and down in a slump. And just eating a bit of chips or like a hamburger or something like that. Even though it's fast food, anything that you have, eat a small snack. And if your blood sugar isn't already high, like if you've been eating consistently throughout the day, then obviously do the other options that I've mentioned already. But yeah, try that out and see how you go. Like a tiny, like one little block of chocolate, one little tiny piece. So yeah, this is my advice. Cheers.